what we are going to do here is we are going to work with this division sentence we have in front of us. We have something divided by something equals 6, and above it is a box of numbers with some possible solutions to this division sentence. We are given the quotient in this division sentence. We are given the answer, but we do not know what the dividend is, and we do not know what the divisor is. So it will be our job to figure out what the dividend and the divisor is in this division sentence. So what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to draw a fact-family triangle to kind of set this up in our minds. In our fact-family triangle, I will have 6 in one corner, and that means I will have the divisor in another corner and the dividend on top. Now the dividend is the number that is being split up into different pieces. And in a division rule, the rule of division, the dividend is the largest number because it's being split up and divided. So when we fill in numbers in this fact-family triangle, we need to make sure that it makes sense that the number up top is going to be larger than 6 and larger than the divisor, the other number we put down in this box. Now, some strategies to help us try to figure out what numbers are going to go into these boxes. We could just do some simple multiplication and see what we could, how we could turn this problem around to solve it. So let's just do that. Let's start with 6. 6 times something. Well, let's pick this first number, 6 times 2. What is 6 times 2? 6 times 2 equals 12. Well, can I put 2 in this box to represent 6 times 2? And do I see a 12 in the box that I can put down as my dividend? And look at that. We have a 12 in the box. 6 times 2 equals 12. That means 12 divided by 2 equals 6. Let me fill in my little fraction, not my fraction, I'm sorry, my fact-family triangle here. And I will put a 12 at the top because that is my dividend. It is being split up into two different ways to equal 6. So let me erase those, and I will put down 12 divided by 2 equals 6. Good job. Okay, let's do another one. In this problem, we have 10 as the quotient, 10 as the answer. And we need to find out the dividend and the divisor. Let me draw my other fact family here. That means 10 times one of these numbers equals one of these numbers. So I can just start going through it. Now 10 is a pretty easy number to multiply, so I don't need to write all of these out. I'm just going to write out the first one just so you know the strategy. 10 times 2 is what? 20. Do we see a 20 up here in the box? No, we don't, so I'm going to get rid of the 2. Let's try out 10 times 5. What's 10 times 5? 50. Do we see a box or a 50 in the box? Yes, we do. So I know that I can put a 5 down as my divisor and a 50 down as my dividend, because 50 divided by 5 equals 10. So let me erase that and type that in. So I'm going to encourage you, let's see here, 50 divided by 5 is 10. Good job. So when you're solving these problems, I encourage you to take the quotient, take the answer, and multiply it by the smaller numbers in the box. Start with the smaller numbers first and see if your answer is one of the other numbers in the box. Here, looking at this one. What's 9 times 2? It's 18. Do we see an 18 in the box? No, we don't. So we can skip on to the next one. What's 9 times 5? 45. Look, there's a 45 in the box. So we would put down 45 divided by 5 equals 9. So that's how you would solve this problem on this IXL task.